Hey everybody, and welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and we're here for another episode of Age of Wonders 3, my 6th Advanced Strategy series. There was a lot of great comments this week, a lot of important decisions I need to make here coming up pretty soon. So I want to get started with a comment from CMCK, though, a correction from my last episode. I wanted to get this out of the way first. The blinding aura effect that I was talking about, that these Sphinx temples can give units access to, is... Oh, actually, I'm just going to look it up here. I looked this up on the wiki, and I kind of underplayed the significance of the blind effect, and I wanted to make some corrections to some assumptions I had made about it. The blinded ability, or the debuff, for one thing, actually, the aura itself, any unit that strikes the unit in melee combat has a chance of being blinded. So in order for the blinding effect to trigger, your unit has to be hit. I was under the impression that it was like an aura effect around the unit, kind of like the goblins' disgusting stenches on their untouchables, but that's not how it works. The unit has to attack you. But it is actually better than what I gave it credit for, because not only can the unit not target units or objects more than one hex away with ranged abilities, it also can't cast spells, so it prevents heroes from casting spells. On top of this, though, what this doesn't tell you is that the blind effect also reduces the... Oh, that's the spell. It also reduces the area of, like... So when a unit's on defense, they have an attack of opportunity area kind of around them. And if they're not on defense, it's like 3 hexes in front of them. But if a unit is blind and also not on defense, as long as it doesn't have total awareness, the only hex it has that attack of opportunity range in, the only red hex around it, would be the one directly in front of it. And it also makes units take flank damage from any side as long as they're not on guard. So it's actually more useful than what I gave it credit for, and it's really more useful than what Age of Wonders' little menu gives it credit for, because if you look it up on the wiki, there's some other stuff going on there. Basically, that all being said to say that this wouldn't actually really be a bad thing for me to have, that Solar Spire. So I'll definitely invest in that when I get the chance to. From Sarah Feingold, she voted to take the Orc Army east for XP, and then try to get the Fire Giant after that. That's with regard to what's going on up here. I think that is what they're going to do. I know there's that Bone Dragon area there. It could spawn some dragons, cause some big problems for this group. But in my opinion, the risk is worth the reward, because if they can get over here, and if they can get take those bards out, basically all I need to do is level this guy up once. If they can get there and take the bards out, there's also the gold mine over there, the enchanting tree, but especially the gold mine, I think. And also hidden away over here, I noticed, is a little, is one of those, I forget, springs of life or whatever. They give units more, they make mounted units better, basically. And I wanted to count this out. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spaces away from this city. Unfortunately, just outside of this Orc City's range. Would have been nice because I could have gotten Orc Black Knights if, say, the city was built, like, on this side of the mountain range instead. I don't want to raise and move that city. That'd be too much work, too much time wasted to make the orcs unhappy. It's not worth the massive investment that would be, so I'm not going to mess with that. I just wish that city was built just on the other side of the mountain. Let me turn the grid back off there. But yes, that's what I'll be doing with my orc. From Blurry Intervision and Captain Cruz, dominate works on elementals. I can make an item to use that. I was talking about converting an earth elemental, or a lesser earth elemental in the last episode, down here somewhere. Basically, Dominate can convert those guys. I have to create an item to do it, though, because I don't have Dominate on anything currently. And unfortunately, I have not really done much, if anything, upgrading my capital city. So it'll be a while before I have the ability to even make an item, because I haven't upgraded to, like, I haven't even gotten a laboratory yet. And I don't plan to anytime soon, because right now gold and settlers and expansion is kind of king. So, Blurry Intervision had a great idea. The Runestone of Cold Fury could be used to clear a nearby Forbidden Sanctum, and I think the Theocrat army would be a good fit for that. I didn't notice this, but the Runestone of Cold Fury is right next to a Forbidden Sanctum down here. Could get a cool secret spell from that, and the Theocrat's army is in a good position to go after that, not only because of where they are, but also because Mogwai's army doesn't need the Runestone of Cold Fury, because it gives them strong will. They already have that, but the Theocrat could definitely use it. because going into these structures, there's likely to be fallen angels, which have that petrifying scream thing. The Runestone of Cold Fury would protect me from that as well. And the Theocrat with Holy Champions and all their units with Holy Champions would be a great counter to those fallen angels. Hopefully there are some in there. If there are, I think I could actually take that. It would be nice if I could level Theocrat up one more time so I can get Divine Justicars before going in there. Hopefully I can do that when taking out this Haunted Boneyard over here. So that's one thing I'm going to have to try to keep in mind. From Arch Redbeard, remember to upgrade forts to stone and use Authority the Sword with wetlands to produce housing. That's a lot of growth. So this is what I was talking about, what I'm going to be using my spell on. I did not upgrade this fort. I should have started that upgrading on the last turn. I'm going to start it upgrading now. The settler is going to have to wait an extra turn before building the city, but it will start at a bigger level. So I'm going to start upgrading to a fortress now. And as it's doing that, I'm going to get, thanks to Anon Me, get Drench the Land prepared, because I haven't been preparing this area properly for Drench the Land. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to show you guys something else. It's a separate comment I'll get to in a second, but as soon as I'm done with that, then I will start getting Drench the Land ready so I can convert. It's a lot more cost effective to use that Drench the Land basically because it only costs 60, which is like 5 tiles worth of doing it manually with the terraforming spell, but you can actually get a lot more out of it in terms of area, so I'll get that ready in a moment. Arch Redbeard also had a really great idea with regard to my city down here, the one that I was planning to build an orc and migrate it up to go to here. I think what I'm going to do with the city is actually make it a Goblin City. I know that's going to require me to terraform once again back to wetlands, so I've gone back and forth on that twice now. But Arch Redbeard raised a good point. The Lich Castle would be great for tame trolls, and the city, if it's Goblin, is going to grow a lot faster than it would if it was an orc city. On top of that, I already have this will already be a pretty good orc unit production city up here because I've got the dungeon and the crystal tree. So I think that's a very valid point. I'll be able to make solid orc infantry up here with extra armor and resistance, which sorely need resistance. So yeah, I think that's what I will be doing. And then for independent city costs, just a brief note from Arch Redbeard. Independent city costs are tied to how much the city cost is basically depending on how far away you have like your nearest city. So basically the Dragon City was cheaper for me because it's closer to my cities. The Giant one is so much more expensive because it's further away. One thing I didn't know is that Arch Redbeard said you can make up for this by putting forts closer to other cities. So if I'm planning on getting this Giant City, say, I'd probably want to wait until I can get a fort or something around this gold and that mana node there first. So great idea, good pointer there. I will be sure to do that if I can get something out there in time before it makes sense for me to just outright buy the city anyway. From David Houston, freezing water does not work on lava. This is something that came up a little bit earlier. I just wanted to show you guys real quick now. As you can see, it doesn't work on lava, but you can see that the little water tiles that are mixed into the lava, those turn green. So it indicates freezing water will work on those, just not the lava. So I'm going to abort that spell. I don't need it right now. But I wanted to show you guys that before I started getting Drench the Land ready, which I will go ahead and do now. And then finally, last comment from Red Marut. Good point. Unprotected labor units become petrified if attacked. So there was a point that I was hiding a builder in this city and was planning on just running it away if the Lost Souls came after me. They didn't. That's because I think they're too far away. But if they did attack the builder would be petrified and wouldn't be able to move. Now, some people did raise good points saying that because the city battle is such a big area, the Lost Souls might not even make it to me in time. I don't know for sure. It depends on how the AI handles the battle. But the builder basically would not be able to move. And so, therefore, I can't really freely explore with the builder in areas where there might be Lost Souls because if they show up, the builder's dead. So I wanted to just make that quick correction there. And that is it. I know that was a ton of comments. I got a lot of feedback from you guys last week. A lot of it was very, very good. And so I'll be putting some of that to use. Let's get started with my orc up here now that I kind of know what they're doing. Fortunately, grabbing the haste berries doesn't really do them any good. So I'm just going to kind of move them along towards where those bards are, while hopefully keeping them. I'm going to put them like maybe here so they can use that road a bit. Hopefully this doesn't spawn anything really nasty to come after me. There's no bone dragons in it, which is actually somewhat encouraging. I still don't think they're a good army to handle that, though. Oh crap, well there is a dragon here, but that's not too bad of an army. That's not like multiple dragons, there's only one. So I might be able to handle that. I would be willing to bet that they will attack me, so I'm just gonna have to brace for that. Hopefully I can get through it without losing any units, because I really can't afford to lose any right now. I'll have this guy continue digging all this out. And this one was going down south to grab... Yeah, there's that other chest down there, so you keep on going. May as well use the road while he can. Bearcrat's army can do the battle with the Haunted Boneyard on this turn, so that's nice. I'm going to pull in some extra units for this one, I think. Really anybody who can show up, except for maybe that Untouchable. I think I want him to continue digging anywhere he can. He's not going to really make any difference in a fight like that anyway, so I'll send him back. I've got a bunch of stuff here I could clear out, so he could start working on that, I suppose. If I can get him across the water, he could start digging around over here too. Would also be just as good of an idea, I suppose. But I think I'll get that area in the middle first, as long as this guy doesn't... Yeah, he's got plenty of other stuff he can dig up, so this guy will go back, I think. But the rest of these people can go down south. I think I might use the orc to scout a bit, or not the orc, the warg. But for now, he's just going to get caught up in this mess. And I'm going to actually have them take the road. And I'm going to have the warg attack... No, wait, this will drop items. Or it should drop items. So I do need Nanhild. Well, actually, no, that I could send it to Nanhild. Yeah, it doesn't really matter because the Orc Priest is slowing everybody down anyway, so... Back to Nanhild. Probable victory. Again, I think my odds are far, far better than what it's giving me credit for here. So we're just going to manual combat this, and we should be okay. Especially since now it's multiple flying units, and I've got all these lovely butchers with holy champions that are just going to absolutely destroy anything that comes after them. Now, I would like to try to avoid... Because he's going to come in and do gas breath, and that can, I think, inflict brain rot. Yeah, I don't want to have brain rot inflicted on this guy before he has a chance to curse, or not to curse, to smite something. And I think I'm going to be smiting the dragon, so why don't you back up over here and go ahead and smite now. Just dish out some damage. Unfortunately, he resisted that, but that's okay. I just wanted to get a little damage in on him. These guys are... Oh, those guys are really beat up. I need to be careful with them. Okay, they can go behind... They actually just need to run away, I think. Everybody else will be fine on their own. Okay, those birds can travel quite a distance, so I'm going to try to make sure they'll almost certainly go after this guy, unless I can... Okay, I can get him out of range. Well, I don't care if one of them goes after him, that's okay. I would like to weaken the bone dragon if it gets closer. You know what? I will do this. Move him there, move you there. Make it so the birds can only attack the butchers. And everybody's kind of spread out. You can go here. Wargs can go here. Or here. Everybody's kind of spread out, but I think that's for the best here. Now, hopefully the carrion birds just go right into the middle. Okay, they despaired a couple people. Alright, now the dragon is all on the one butcher that doesn't have Holy Champion, so I'm going to want to get him out of there. This guy took a freaking beating from, like, everything. Guess I should have known they would target a single spot. Well, I think I could go after that dragon with the pikeman and just use up its action points. I'm thinking the warg might need to make a little bit of a sacrifice here to protect more important units. Fortunately for me, these guys are all pretty vulnerable. I'm gonna do weakening on this one. I wish I could weaken the dragon, but that's not gonna happen. I need to decide very carefully who does what here if I'm gonna have any chance of saving that guy's life. So basically, I've got this guy who can attack, this guy who can attack, he can't attack. He can attack, and there's 4 units on him. What angle can you attack at? Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send the warg after the dragon. Yep, he died. That's okay. Because he used an attack of opportunity to do that. And I did a small amount of damage to him. Now I can flank him from the other side, and that should use his remaining 2 attacks of opportunity. So that would take him out of commission. These goblins can do the most damage to that banshee, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do. Unless I use my hero to deal with the banshee. Which I could actually kill it with him with the spirit rays. Or I could just try to smite it. I still got smite in my back pocket here. And that would probably kill it, but it's not guaranteed. I think I would trust the holy bolts over smite. What about these guys? If they flank that bird... Oh, they're definitely killing that bird if they flank it. Okay. Okay, I think I've got an idea. Move you here, move you here. You wreck this thing, please. Get that out of the way. These guys can come down here and kill that. Which would allow the orc to step forward. What direction are they facing? They're kind of facing the wrong direction. Alright, yes, this is what we need to do. They kill that. The orc comes forward. Blast this guy into smithereens. Then these guys can come forward and kill the lost souls. And then these guys can just... Oh crap. They might be in trouble now. I forgot about that. There is maybe nothing else I could do. I could have used rot. That might have been useful. Could Dispel Panic. I have a chance to Dispel Panic. Berserk won't work on undead. I could give it Last Stand. It at least would give it more defense. How much of his attack? It's mostly a physical attack. He's only got one... Okay, the dragon's got 1 action point left. So he can only do... Oh crap, he has 2. He can't kill... I don't think he can kill anybody. 14, 4 times 2. I actually don't think the dragon can kill anything. Because if my unit, I think my unit moves at the beginning of my next turn though. So I think the dragon could potentially get 3 hits on it. He gets 2 free bites and then a 3rd one. I think I need to try... I think I'm going to put Last Stand on that unit, even though it can't go on defense. The extra 2 defense might make the difference here. Oh, crap. Well, at least they can't move on this turn. Yep, okay, that's what I thought would happen. They're running away. Cowards. Alright. Well, now what? Because the warg could go after them. I could try to dispel that. I can't heal them. Maybe Smite could kill the warg? Most likely it would. So if I can kill the dragon, then I'll be okay. Or at least use up enough of the dragon's action points that it can't do anything else. But everybody's too far away. Okay, you can get at least to where you could shoot it twice. Here's a question. Do I go for... I think I actually could kill the dragon. If these guys get a flank attack, they're going to do even more damage than that. That Holy Champion is huge right now. Okay, what I'm going to do is position that warg here, get an attack on the dragon. Panic doesn't really matter, okay? I just have to make sure to kill the warg with my hero. Move these guys here. And I want them to get the next attack, because it's going to be pretty powerful. And then 2 shots should do it, okay. And you need to kill... You need to kill that warg right now. Just in case things go south, I'm going to take my steps forward. Yeah, it's not like Planet Ball, so I can go all the way forward, and then yeah, I can do this. I'm gonna move these guys here so that guy doesn't come back, just in case something goes wrong. Move you here, and then smite. Okay, got it. That was a little more difficult than I expected, and I don't think Nanhild level up, which is a problem. Got a good sword, though. A good sword that probably really needs to be... Well, it could come in handy in the upcoming battles for her. I was thinking about sending that to my orc up top, but he's such a long ways away. Agwai could maybe use a sword like that. But Nanhild could use it right now, though, because she's probably about to go up against fallen angels, so... and armor piercing is the only other thing she has. I think once I'm done fighting the fallen angels, probably be useful. For now, I think I want the equipment on her. Okay. Not bad, guys. That was a little messy, but we made it through and only lost a warg. Guess it could have been worse. I want the units that need healing need to be with Nanhild. So that would include everybody except for that guy. Alright. So that's one more haunted boneyard that I don't have to worry about, which is very, very much a relief. Mogwai's army, I think, cleared that on the last turn. Yep, they're still moving their way down. Orc Prospector is still doing what he does best. Whoops, I didn't mean to move him there. I want this guy to explore in here. Okay, good. There's some mana over there. I could use that. And another city. All right, looks like goblins. And they want to be at peace. Excellent. Good. I needed to find another friendly city. Doesn't really matter to me what's south of them. I think I want to go west more. I already know I'm just going to absorb that city anyway. There's going to be a ziggurat within range of it. There's going to be a Vault of Knowledge. That'll be nice. Another place I can make swarm darters at. Good. Need a little bit of good news there. Okay, Okay, you can't go there. Alright, I think that's it. Should have enough to cast Drench the Land on the next turn if I need to. Well, I'm gonna wait and see how many hexes it actually lets you convert, because I don't use those very often. Yeah, that's it. That's all for this turn. So I think the general plan here now is Mogwai continues south, clears this library if he can. Strong Will, it should be able to. Should be able to clear that tomb, I think. Oh, you know what? Mogwai might need that sword that Nanhild has. I can send it to him. If I move him in the right order, I can send it to him a little faster, I think. But he might need it to help clear that tomb there, since Nanhild's going down here to deal with this stuff. Oh, I could clear the inn with Nanhild. That would probably give her the XP she needs. Yeah, she doesn't need much more. And I want Divine Justiciars before I do that Forbidden Sanctum fight. Oh, crap. That's the builder I was talking about. I forgot and was thinking about the one above ground. Where'd these guys come from then? Well, we're about to see if this works. Maybe I can get lucky, but... I probably won't edit this out. I think the... Oh, the fort's much smaller. Wonder if there's anything I can do to help. No, not really. There's really nothing I can do. Well, that's annoying. Wait, maybe they'll be weird about it and get stuck on the walls or something. Nope. Might work differently in a big city battle, but where they have a further distance to reach me, but it's not gonna work there. I forgot I had put that guy on... This is really bad. Those lost souls are wrecking up. And now I gotta fight dragons too. Oh my gosh, that sets me back a lot. Okay. I forgot that builder was sitting in there. Okay. Alright, I gotta handle this. And then try to deal with that mess underground. I was hoping they would just capture the fort, not raze it to the ground. Alright, it's time for me to get a Goblin City there, I think. And actually leave some defenders in it until I can figure out where the dang undead are coming from. How do I want to do this? Because the last army, they were fighting a bit more, granted, but they had a lot more advantages when dealing with crap like this. I'm going to definitely need Rot for this one, which unfortunately is going to delay me being able to cast Drench the Land. But that's okay, because I'm not going to be building that city quite yet anyway. The fort still needs to upgrade. So... Equipment, Vengeful Frost, Berserk, nothing particularly useful. The Orc, of course, has Quick Dash, which is about the only useful thing he has for this fight. He'll come in and use his breath attack like he always does, so I'm just going to move these guys here. They at least have damage bonuses versus flying units. This is not going to be easy, because that dragon is fearsome. I have to get weakening on him. Knight is okay, but... Oh wait, I need to leave the Orc well out of range of that breath attack. Alright. Do what you will, I suppose. You guys want to just adjust, and that's fine. I'm going to try to... I think I can get that carrion bird to go after this guy. How much space does that go? like another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, and he can go... I don't think it would reach the orc from there. I want to leave the knight in a position where he can charge. Leave them in a position where they can weaken. This guy's gonna almost certainly teleport in and be a nuisance. You know what? I'm okay with this, I think. Set up kind of like that. I want them to charge me. And I really can't afford to lose much. Ah, crap, people are despairing. Oh, he could reach him, just barely. Fortunately, the brain rot didn't trigger. I think this actually leaves me in a pretty good spot, all things considered. Alright, the first thing I want to do is weaken that dragon, and the second thing I think I want to do is rot on it. Alright, you can finish the bird off. You don't really have a lot better to do. Move up and weaken. That turns him around too, which is nice. How much damage would you guys do now that he's weak? Not much. The knight at least has Monster Slayer, but I still don't see how I'm going to take that dragon out. I mean, I can rot. I should probably do that. Wait. That doesn't count as an undead unit? To target enemy machine or undead unit, it's a bone dragon. How does that not count as an undead unit? It just counts as dragon. It is not undead. It's dedicated... Wait, yeah, it says undead right there. Since when does rot not work on bone dragons? Incorporeal units cannot be affected by this spell. It's not incorporeal. Incorporeal, however you pronounce that word. It is a dragon. Maybe that gives it some... It must be some hidden immunity that the dragon has. I did not know that. That comes as a surprise to me. Alright, well, the problem with the dragon is that anytime somebody does a melee attack on it... You know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think for this particular turn, I need to ignore the dragon. I need to focus on killing the Banshee, and just let the dragon, if he wants to, he can fly in, he can attack somebody. I don't really care. I think I want to kill the Banshee. Problem is that if the dragon goes after the orc, he's gonna wreck the orc's face. Can't let that happen. Maybe we can split up what it's attacking somehow. Alright, I'm going to do this. What direction is he facing? I can't tell what direction. Okay, they're facing this way. So in order to flank them, I would need to move these guys here, which is basically dooming them to being eaten by the dragon. There's got to be a better way to do this. If I can get through this with only losing one unit, I'll probably be okay. But losing any more than that is going to make it very difficult for me to progress. I still can't believe Rot isn't working. Vengeful Frost won't do much good against these guys because they're undead. Warp Equipment doesn't matter. Last Stand is the only thing that might be kind of useful. I wonder if maybe they could move closer to the dragon and just Last Stand? That might actually kind of work. But I still need people to deal with that Banshee. How much is the dragon going to do if it goes after that knight? Too much. Way too much. I could quick dash the knight. Somebody's not gonna die here. I can't prevent it from happening. Alright, since you can only attack it twice, I need you guys to build up a charge. I think the wargs are gonna be the ones that get sacrificed. Unfortunately, those are the elite ones. But they're the one unit in here that I would most easily and quickly replace, aside from the swarm darters, but I can't really sacrifice them to accomplish anything important, so. Build up that charge, get a couple flank attacks, then you, with Monster Slayer, can do a little more. Move you back to where you are very safe from that dragon. I wouldn't mind it biting, or like attacking him once. Once is okay, especially if I've already cast my spell by that point. Wait, is once okay? Hang on, I better double check that. 18 to 26, 5 to 7. It's 38. As long as there's nothing else that can reach me, which there isn't. And as long as he doesn't get a crit, which he won't because he's not happy. Maybe, if I'm lucky, he'll go after the hero just to try to take a bite out of him. And the hero will survive with barely any health. But I'm going to quick dash the knight, because the knight I definitely can't lose. He's got Monster Slayer too, and Dragon Slayer. No, he's got Dragon Slayer, not Monster Slayer. But that thing is still fearsome, and the knight does not have strong will yet, so I need to make sure that when I do attack it, I make it count. I'm going to move these guys here just to kind of help guard the warg, which is probably going to die. And I think I want to get the swarm darters just away because they're not going to do anything meaningful on this turn. So maybe come over here. Now, assuming that the dragon goes after these guys, I'm going to move my knight just out of range of the Lost Soul, probably here, and leave him on defense. The dragon goes after him, it can only attack twice, so the knight is safe. I think it will either go after the warg and kill it, or it will go after my hero and try to damage it as much as possible. Yep, warg's dead. Alright, well, let's make that the only thing that dies then, because I'm gonna hit that dragon with everything I've friggin' got. Alright, the warg has to take out... Whoever is the least useful unit here needs to take out that Lost Soul. It's got 1 health left, so anything could kill it. It's probably going to need to be the Swarm Darter, because these guys can at least get a flank on that dragon, so yes. Make the Swarm Darter do it. You can do it from here. Alright, get out of my way. Now I want you guys here on the Swarm Darter spot. Now the order that I do all of this in is kind of important. I'm hoping that I can get a little lucky and not have the knight get panicked. Now the knight can attack from that side. It's got its charge built up. I want to make sure everything, to any extent possible, is a flank attack. I'm going to move you here, because you can actually do some poison damage to it now. Alright, so let's think about the order I do this in for a second. The knight could open up, but then it would go to the warg. No, I think the warg needs to open up with the first attack. Then these guys, then the knight, then the butchers, and then the orc if needed. Okay, that's the best I can do. Fearsome is resisted. Then you get a couple hits. Then you get a couple hits. Good ones, hopefully. Nope, they panicked. Okay, that's why I had plan set up, and I think I can kill it here. Which means... yeah, they're... no, they might not kill it. So I need that orc on standby. Yep, they didn't. Okay. So, you move up. And, yeah, you can go after it. Alright, well, at least I only lost one warg. It's not the worst thing that could have happened. Now, if those guys attack me, okay. At least they had a chance to heal a bit, but this battle could kind of suck too, so... oh, another hero join offer. I should have seen that coming, I guess. It is a elf rogue. Baron the Quick. I actually do like elf rogues, but I already have an orc rogue, so I'm probably going to decline. Keep looking for that necromancer. Or not necromancer, I'm sorry, sorcerer. Yeah. Besides, I got money to spend on other things anyway. Okay, as of right now, this is a problem. I want to know where the heck these guys came from, because there are no more spawners down here, so the only thing I can think of is they came from a spawner above ground and went down the tunnel entrance. Okay, at least I can get this untouchable in there and he can run away. I can save one of those forts. But I'm gonna have to get another builder down there, which is crazy annoying. Well, that's where this guy's going, so he was gonna go dig out stuff around. Oh, no, he wasn't. I've got the capital area under control. Well, you've got a job now, buddy. Get down south and clean up that mess, if you don't mind. I would build roads, but I need money for other things right now. Okay, this is upgrading to a fortress in one more turn. How much does this convert? Quite a bit. So I'm gonna... And a neat thing about Drench the Land, I think it converts the central city tile, so it's barrens right now. And now it's wetlands. As far as I know, that's the only way to convert the central tile of a fort. Or a city, for that matter. So that's ready for occupation. And as soon as... I can go ahead and put the settler in there. They should be far enough away from their lost soul neighbors. But I'm going to let the fort upgrade first. If I remember correctly, you have to let the fort upgrade and then build a city on it. If I built the city this turn, it would overtake the fort, and I would not get the stone walls. So I need to let those stone walls finish first. Unless I'm just completely wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. There are a select few things I'm pretty sure I'm right about. Okay, Peston is looking good. I've got a lot of money right now. So there are things I need to spend it on. Probably another settler, I think, is the next, probably most important thing. Oh, I didn't get Resurrect Hero this turn anyway, because somebody took out one of my great research income area. They can do an alliance. I'm thinking that I want to... well, hang on. How much? That's 392. They want 150. I'll take the Draconians. That's fine. That's relatively cheap and gets me a little extra income. And I'll just leave them as vassals for now. They'll have to fend for themselves for a while. Domain invasion, I know about that. Knew about that. Forge an alliance with Redfus. Okay. I'm gonna cycle through some stuff. For the time being, I can get Pillar of the Stylites in this city. And I'm thinking that I might want to start using this city for that purpose. Maybe get some... If I could get some phalanxes, get a couple warlord upgrades, get phalanxes in here and make them with the Pillar of the Stylites, that would give me something that I could use to fight undead. Or actually, I could just use it to make butchers for now. That might be... I think that would be more useful, because it would require less investment. Well, hang on. Before I do any upgrades, I think the settler is going to be the higher priority. And how much does it cost to make one? Goblin settler, 3 turns, 225 gold. That's the pick right there. That settler, as soon as it's done, is going straight down here. And I'm going to take care of this situation. I don't know where those lost souls came from. I still need to figure that out. I have no idea. All of this is blocked off. They had to have come from above ground, but I didn't think they would go that far. That's got to be more than 11 tiles to get all the way around. And they don't normally go that much further from their camp. Unless maybe they'll go any amount of spaces to get to a cave entrance if the camp is above, like... Because, I mean, they could have come from there, but they'd still have to go way down and out of their way to get around. I just don't know if they do that. If you guys are seeing a necro camp on here somewhere that I'm not seeing, let me know. Oh, I guess, okay, there's one right there. That, though, is too far away for them to wander all the way over and get this. And I would think the dragons would have killed them if they had wandered through their territories. Oh, I don't know. The independents, I think, might ignore each other. I don't know. If I'm missing something, let me know. I'm just curious as to how they snuck up on me like that. As for Pestin, I think for now, we got to stick with merch. These guys, I don't know what to do about this. So, army's a little beat up. Well, actually, that's not as bad as I thought. No, they're actually doing quite well, all things considered. And I've got a decent bit of mana. I'm going to get the orb for resistance in one more turn. That would be really nice to have now. The problem is bards. They just have a tendency to get lucky with their charms. So I need to be... I've at least got... Mogwai at least has Dispel. So I've at least got that going for me. He needs just 15 more XP, which I can probably get from this battle. And then I could go try to get the giant. I can't afford to lose anybody else. But I think I need to take this while I have the opportunity. It's a very likely victory. I shouldn't be scared of a battle like this. I mean, they're outnumbered 2-1. But somehow, I feel like bards just... I don't know, they just mess me up. They convert units and cause trouble. If I can take one of them out really fast, that's probably what I should do. In fact, does Quick Dash restore... It restores 50%. Okay. I think I can kill one of them now. If I go with the knight and the hero, and then I could charge and get in the face of one of the others. I could weaken one of them. What's that? A goblin, a human, and a tigrin. Alright, let's just be really hyper-aggressive. We have numbers, and I think if I take too much time, they're gonna just slowly convert things. And then I'll die, so I don't want that to happen. You guys move. I think that orc is just gonna have to do this. Line of sight penalty, crap. Okay, change of plans. We send the Swarm Darter up. Yes. You can do better, and then I can quick dash the Swarm Darter. Now I need to have a unit ready because... Let's see if I can do this without taking an attack of opportunity. 22 to 32. It's Not likely. Okay. I think I'm going to stick with the plan. Quick dash, because that'll also heal the Butcher, and it could use it. Sorry, not the Butcher, the Swarm Darter. And then you'll definitely kill her before she has a chance to try charming anything. And he got a crit hit anyway, so it didn't really matter. And I want you to go here, and actually you weaken that one, the human. Charge the Warg out. Get him right there, just right in the way. And a trick, I want to leave melee units a space away from everything else so that they can't quickly turn and melee poke something. If a unit gets charmed on its next turn, it won't be able to move anywhere, so I can at least try to manage that. Oh, they're not even going to try to charm. Okay, that makes things easier for me. I still need to keep quick dashing, I think. Probably on that Warg Rider. Yeah, you go here, attack. And I'm going to quick dash just because of tealing. Alright. Wait. Oh, no. I think I screwed up. Okay, I'll take that reward, but I forgot to prioritize levels on that guy. Oh, that was a mistake. That was really kind of a big mistake. Because the whole point of doing this was to get charm for him, and I screwed that up. Okay, what's the quickest way I can get just a little bit of XP for him? There's this up here. Just Buttercup Fairies, a Unicorn. Another unit that can charm me. I wish there was just some, even just like little wandering group. I at least got the Orc Priest to make up for the Warg Rider I lost. I think I'll have him go clear that gold mine. Maybe... nuts. I could always try to take that Necro Camp. I mean, it at least didn't have a dragon in it. Wonder if there's any other reason not to. I've got the Priest. The Bone Collectors suck, though. They're very good. I say they suck, but they're good, and they suck to fight. Especially if you don't have an army that's designed to kill them. I need to get another look at what was in there. 2 bone... Yeah, no, I couldn't handle that. This army would not be able to handle that. Maybe the Watchtower. The Watchtower probably has some crappy units on it. And yeah, sure, the Undead are probably going to raise it, but it's closer and I can follow the road there. That... Well, see, now there's a problem. I want charm for that, too, because I would like to pick up a human cavalry. Alright, well, this, I just killed their last spawn group. So I think I'm going to go to the gold mine, pick up charm, then come back to the Watchtower, try to pick up a human cavalry, then go try to get the giant. So hopefully this thing won't spawn anybody else for a little while yet. And the Warg will have to catch up. Fortunately, there are other slower units in the group, so the Warg should be able to catch up pretty easily if he stays on that road down there. That's about as good as I can do with that Orc, I think. Fortunately, I was not spotted by the Halfling. I've spotted him, but he hasn't seen me, which means that nobody else knows me yet. So I need to get this scout probably out of here and maybe just see what's down in the corners behind me, I guess. But I'm going to move him very carefully, probably one space at a time. Okay. I thought that was a Mer dwelling for a second. I was Gonna get kind of excited. Alright, that'll work. You keep digging. I forgot about these guys here. They could also potentially be charmed or converted. I really do like Phantasm Warriors. Alright, go ahead and attack my little fort if you want. Very cautiously move forward, because again, I don't want to reveal myself to the rest of the computers if it can be avoided. Alright, you... yeah, keep following the road. You're doing what you need to do. Should I be demanding tribute from these guys? No, I don't think so. I don't think I want to, because I think if you demand tribute, it lowers relation by a lot, and it'll make it more expensive to buy them. Although it's 173 gold. But I was thinking there was a mechanic whereby if you demand tribute, you can't buy the city for a certain number of turns. You know what, I'm just going to wait and let you guys correct me if I'm wrong about that, because it's probably close to time to end this episode. What I'm thinking is demand tribute and then buy them. But I don't know if that'll work. I'm thinking there's some mechanic whereby if you demand tribute, you can't do any like transactions or like buy the city for a certain number of turns. And if I can get it, I want to get this city... well, maybe not on the next turn, because I can't really defend it if there's another dragon attack very easily, but... I don't know. That's just... I'm kind of wondering about that. So if you guys could drop me a note in the comments, let me know. I'm pretty sure that I can't do that and get away with it. I could do one more battle in this episode. Let's see what's in here. A lot of apprentices, not as many evangelists, so not really quite as much of a walk in the park, because I've got more range to deal with. But still something I think Mogwai is more than capable of handling. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get one more battle in here for this episode and then call it, I think. Alright, Mogwai. You've got that longbow. You might actually need to use it here. It's Tigran, apprentice. I want to get the apprentices out of the way. The reanimators are going to turn them into cadavers, which is annoying, but hey, what can you do? At least I can't be mind controlled. Alright. No line of sight, huh? Well, don't need line of sight for weekend, so that's good at least. Ouch. I don't know if I want to leave Mogwai in range of, like, a whole ton of stuff. Unless I can block... I could block him with other units. Make it so... I just was nervous about letting his guard down and then leaving a bunch of other units where they could easily hit him, but I'll just put other units in the way. That'll work. Do any of them have an AoE? That would kind of suck. No, I don't think they do. But I think the Draconian apprentices are the only ones with an AoE. Alright, you resurrect that cadaver. Alright, who's next? It's a Goblin Evangelist, because of course it is, so it's going to resist the poison from everything. Mogwai could shoot it with a crossbow, but they're decently tanky. I think I want to keep focusing on the... yeah, he can't really do much except heal other stuff, so I think I'm going to keep focusing on, like, Well, the dwarves have poison resistance too, so that's a thing. That's also a goblin apprentice. Oh, all these units with poison resistance, and the reanimator. Honestly, the only one who isn't resistant to poison is the orc evangelist. All right. Maybe I move him up here and try to get some debuffs. Now I have very few options for debuffing that guy. There's really not much of a point to me hitting the orc evangelist because it's not threatening me right now. I want to kill that apprentice if I can. I'm just not sure if I can, at least not safely. This is actually kind of a weird situation, and I don't have enough casting points to do anything useful. Because if I charge, then I just get lit up by range attacks, which is bad. I think I want to kill the apprentice. Or at least soften it up. And kind of hold ground with the other units. And armor piercing is helpful. Okay. You finish him off. Just get him out of the fight. And I might need to go for a web on something. 65%, 65, 65, 75 on the guy in the back. But if I web with the spider could die. These guys really aren't going to do much damage to anything that they melee attack, unless they melee attack the swarm darter. Even then, they're not going to do much damage to it. So I don't think I'm really worried about the evangelists. I'm more worried about range damage in this case, which would mean charging would be probably a bad idea. Honestly, I think the swarm darter might be safe where he is. I'm gonna move here and then just defend. Oh wait, I could do this. All right. Protect all sides, just like that. Okay, they got nothing on this. All right, got a few more options now. I think, where's the apprentice? There he is. Let's take him out. At least he's a goblin, so he's fragile. Now I feel a little better about doing this. That's a 90% web chance. Yeah, you would crit. I guess I would crit too. And let's give the remaining XP to Mogwai, shall we? I want to make sure he gets the kill. So the spider can come around back and bite it. And Mogwai lights it up with arrows. Alright, that's one more magic library down. No casualties, so that's good. I got swap locations. So that could be useful when... I like that spell when sieging. It's nice to be able to pull a unit out from the city walls. Especially if you have like a trash throwaway unit that you don't care about, just to swap it onto their walls, that can be really nice. Or even a good tanky unit that can handle it. Like, swap locations with Karzin from my last series would have been kind of cool. Alright, keep going that way. Select skill to research. That's a strategic spell that I don't think I really need. Lion's Courage. Overwhelm. That can be used to manually give a unit strong will. I could see that being useful. Warfare 3 would also be good. It might be time for me to get Warfare 3. I'm trying to think of if there's any reason I would need Lion's Courage specifically. And I can't think of one, so we'll get Warfare 3. I think more casting points would be good. Especially since I have a decent amount of mana now. Let's see, that city's still working on what it was doing. I might be able to get the Runestone of Cold Fury and do this battle on this particular episode. I think I'm gonna need the healthier goblin in there, though. Yeah. Can you make it? Not quite. I screwed up. Oh, I screwed up. Dang it. I wanted to get Divine Justicars before going in here. The idea was to go and clear this first, not last. And the Runestone of Cold Fury only applies to their next battle, so now I have to do this. They'll probably still be okay. I'll probably be fine. But somehow I have managed to just mess everything up this episode at every opportunity. It's wearing me down a little bit. I mean, I don't do reloads, so I gotta just eat my mistakes if I make them, so I better hope this army is good enough to handle whatever's in that Forbidden Sanctum, because they're gonna go for it. And the Butcher, well, you know what? I may as well swap him out with this guy so he can heal. Ah, dang it. Okay. Would have been really nice to have Divine Justicars going into this battle. Scout's good. What are you doing right now? Where's... Oh, you were digging. I forgot about this unit. Yeah, go ahead and keep doing that. Okay. I just want to get to the end of this turn. Okay. So basically, the one thing I have left to do on this turn is... Well, I would start casting Resurrect Hero. Oh wait, I can start casting Resurrect Hero. So I'll be able to get my Druid back. So I may as well get that started. But I'm most likely going to need casting points for that Forbidden Sanctum battle coming up. But yeah, basically what I need to know from you guys, aside from all the mistakes I made this episode, I'm sure there's plenty more that I missed, but what to do with this city. Should I demand tribute before buying it? Can I do that? I don't think I can. Seems like I remember that being a thing from the last series I played, but let me know what you think about that. Or anything else that I goofed up, feel free to let me know. All in all, not really happy with this episode because I made a lot of very avoidable mistakes, and because I lost the fort to the Lost Souls down here, which I'm still a little bit salty about, but I will get it back. Builder's on the way. Will be followed by a settler in a few turns after that, so I'm going to get a Goblin City up down there and try to get things patched up a bit. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the series despite all my mishaps from episode to episode, and I will see you guys next time. Shout out to all my Patreon supporters, including Tier 3 supporters Blitz, Braden, Adam James, Jim Bro, Tarsak, and Tibian Army. Thanks so much, everybody.